obviously, one of your big priorities coming in was limiting turnovers and the points they were able to get on turnovers, and that's kind of what swung the game.
Yeah, no question about it. I thought, especially even in the first half, a lot of the points that they scored, were fast break points because, we turned the basketball over, and we had to do a better job. I talked about rebounding, and obviously we did okay on the rebounding end, but we had to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. We gave them too many free points in transition, and if you allow them to hit some transition threes and they get open looks, now they start making tough ones, and we let them get their head up.
Coach, tonight, the way it was a physical game, I almost expected Gene and Judd to be there coaching. But for you, who came from that era, do you like games like this, Coach?
Sure. I thought our guys didn't embrace how the game was called. I thought our guys had to do a better job of being excited about it, and playing through that. And we were able to have some success in the first half, and I thought they ratcheted it up a little bit, and we didn't respond to it. And you have to adjust. We've had games called close, and we've had games where they let you play. This was one more of that. They let us play, and I didn't think we made some very good physical plays, especially shooting the basketball at the rim. I thought there was a lot of contact there, and that's fine because I thought it was consistent across the board, and it allows you to be more physical on defense. And I thought our bigs really didn't embrace it as well as they could have, or really all of our guys. And I got to give Michigan State credit. I thought they were mentally and physically tougher than us in the second half.
Coach, you talk about your players not necessarily adapting to the physicality of the game.
Right.
Do you think that's sort of what led to guys like AJ and Rayfield adding for, I believe, 4 of 17 from the field, just not the production that you typically see out of those guys?
Yeah, you just have to. There's a lot of things that go on when you play. I thought Costello was great. I thought defensively he did some really good things, and you just have to do a better job of keeping your balance in the post and shooting your shots. And a couple shots AJ had were good shots. It just didn't drop for him. But we just have to be better at what we do. Sometimes you get late in the season, and as a coach, sometimes it doesn't go your way. We just got to be more physically and mentally tougher. And we've shown that. We've shown that in spurts. I thought we showed that in a good chunk of the first half today. I thought we were pretty good at times. But then they had a couple of runs that really hurt us.
There were still 20 minutes left, but at the end of the first half, it goes from 9 to 3 in just a matter of seconds. How critical was that?
Yeah, I think it was really critical. They make those back-to-back threes and they get in transition, and that was huge. Then we don't execute at the end of the first half to try to score the basketball to give us a little momentum to go in to halftime. But those were big shots for them.
Matt, over here. You played Haas and Hammonds together, at least for a little bit there.
Yeah.
What was the impetus in that? And then, I guess, assess how you think it went.
Well, it was only a couple minutes. I thought, we just didn't move the ball well. And if we're not going to move the ball well, might as well play those guys a little bit together. And if you're going to be stagnant, might as well be stagnant with 2 7-footers. At least they have a reason. So I just thought we didn't get much movement to start the second half. And then in the first half, at that stretch, we just had to get the ball moving and get it from side to side and try to look inside, look to drive, look to play. And we just didn't do a good job of that. So we were just, trying anything at that point just to try to get maybe a good mix of guys in there to play.
This was, might have been AJ's worst game, at least of the Big Ten season, as far as converting there around the basket.
Right.
It wasn't a great game, I guess, from the beginning, but do you think the flagrant affected that at all? Do you see him playing timid after that? Or?
I don't know. I thought it was, it was a frustration foul. I saw it when it happened. How they didn't call it when it happened, I don't know. He felt like he was getting fouled at the other end, and the guy was coming under him. And so, but it's part of the game. I think they were consistent. They called it both ways. And you just lost it and hit it. And it ended up, they miss a 1-and-1, and I think Costello misses 1 out of 2. So it was only a point. They get the ball back. I forget what actually happened, but he's got 2 fouls. Did they hit a 3?
They hit it. They had a basket too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then, he's not in the game then, and then they make their run while he's out of the game. That being said, we do some positive things. We missed 2 front ends on 1-and-1, and we just leave a lot of points on the board. It seems like in that kind of stretch. Whether that's the first half or the second half, and I don't know. It's obviously I wish he wouldn't have. I thought that was, something that didn't need to happen. You can't let your frustrations get the best of you.
I know a lot went into this game, but how do you make sense of the fact that the threes have started going down the last two games and the team results haven't been there?
Yeah, it's the only thing we talked about offensively. We've been pretty productive, and we said, hey, if we could actually make a three, our offense would really take off. And now we've started to make threes, and then other areas of our game has suffered. So, as a coach, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to, get that complete offensive game.
Coach, what do you think a little more in detail, Tom Bryan, Kendall and Dakota, and sort of the impact that their threes have made, sort of kept you in the game period?
Right. Although they did keep us in the game. I thought they got good looks, and, we could have converted around the basket, made a couple more free throws. We would have had a pretty good balance, but we obviously didn't. But I thought, it was good to see those guys make some shots, good for their confidence. Last one.
You had talked about trying to take better advantage of the defensive matchup against Dawson, and he doesn't even end up being a factor tonight. Were you surprised that you couldn't then move the other matchups around to be advantageous on the rest of their guys?
No, I'm not surprised. They're good players. I thought Trice got the best of us, and probably him or Costello. I thought Costello was really good. I thought defensively he has 4 blocks. He has 13 points. I just thought he was active and quicker to the ball than those other bigs even the Michigan State. There are other guys. I thought he was the quickest guy to the ball on the front line. Denzel Valentine, I love Denzel Valentine. He's versatile, he's tough, he's a two-way player. But Trice was really, really good tonight. I thought that was the difference. No matter if Dawson's in the game or not, we still have the same guy on Travis Trice. And that guy's been really good for us all year. But Travis got the best of him tonight.